Welcome to Lover Money Episode 4 live. Today, our 8 contestants will be competing to go on a virtual date with our lovely bachelorette, Drew. However, not everyone is here for the right reasons. Some people are playing for a cash prize. Will Drew find love? Let's find out. Alright,
Oh boy.
so that brings us to round 1. Round 1, I'm gonna ask everybody a question, and then after everybody answers, we're gonna eliminate someone. Drew's gonna text me who she wants to eliminate. Okay, sounds good. What, is someone keep joining and stop joining? Okay.
Hold on. I gotta turn do not disturb on. I'm sorry.
All right, all good. We'll wait for Bob to come back.
All right, we in.
All right,
We're good.
perfect. All right, so how I start the first round, I'm going to start it like I start every first round. I just want, an intro about everybody. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're on the show. Let's start with Drew. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, why people should have picked love today, and all that good stuff.
Well, I feel like most of you know me from like half of you went to high school together. For to reintroduce myself, I'm Drew from Boca. I go to FSU. Gonna be a senior studying exercise science to go into chiropractic or physical therapy. Still in this weird deciding phase. I'm in a sorority at FSU. I work at the gym. I'm super into like health and fitness, and very like I don't know. I think I'm a normal person. I love being like adventurous and traveling. I went to sleepaway camp growing up, so that's something really important to me. The classic Boca girl, as most of you would know. Why you should pick love, not money, I'd say. Because why not? I'd say, what's the worst you can do? Just going on one Zoom date with a person you never know what could happen. If not, it's just another person you can know, just another friend.
Yep, I would say great answer, great answer. Let's throw it over to Benny. He looks so well dressed. We just got to throw it right to you, Justin.
Thank you.
Tell us why'd you come on this show? Why are you the perfect guy for Drew? Why should she pick you today? And why should the fans root for you?
Well, the fans should root for me. Number one, I took it seriously, got dressed up, wanted to make a strong first impression.
I was impressed. I'll tell you. As the host, I was impressed.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that was the goal. Maybe a little shock value there. I'd like to have fun. I was a big fan of the show growing up the past few weeks. So yeah, overall, I just thought it'd be a good experience, good way to, yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Let's start right over to the 3-time veteran, Josh Schulman. Now, Schulman, I know things didn't go your way the first 3 shows, but why is this show? Why is it going to turn around? Why are you the perfect guy for Drew?
You know what? I came on the show once before. Things didn't really work out my way. I came on the show a second time. Things didn't really work out my way. I came on a third time. Didn't go my way. Eventually, it's gonna have to stick, and there's no better girl to win the show with than Drew. So I'm gonna win.
All right, I respect it. Speak it into existence, big man. Speak it into existence. Let's throw it right over to Brandon Girardi. Now, Mr. Girardi, I know you don't know Drew as well as everybody else here, which could be an advantage, could be a disadvantage. But tell her a little bit about yourself and why are you the perfect guy to win today?
So I'm Brandon Girardi. I'm from Delray Beach, Florida. I'm going to be a sophomore at UF in the fall. And I think I'm the right choice because, as Steve said, I'm a lone wolf tonight. Team B's till the end. That's it.
All right. I respect it. Good answer. Now let's throw it over to a first-time competitor, Bob. Bob, why should people root for you tonight? Why should you win today? And why are you the perfect guy for Drew?
Well, let me just, start off by saying thank you, Steve, for having me here. To all the gentlemen, thank you. And to
Anytime,
Drew,
man.
especially, thank you for coming. Personally, I'm a big fan of the show. It was really a no-brainer when you asked me. So, I had to rep. But honestly, now that I realize it's Drew, I'm kind of feeling a little cocky. Me and Drew go way back, high school all the way. And now I know we have a lot in common. Drew says she works at her school gym. I work at my school gym, She likes to travel. I do like to travel. And She wants to be a chiropractor. And I have a lot of neck issues. So it really goes together.
Wow,
If it doesn't work out, just be your doctor instead.
Yeah, either way.
Well, it sounds like a perfect match to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's too early to tell. Now let's move it right over to Jason. Jason, second time on this show. Why are you the perfect guy for Drew?
Well, I guess I'd say I'm just Jason, and like I feel like I have a lot of qualities that are good in a relationship, things like that. I mean, I always make sure to, it's a two-way road. A relationship's never one-sided. And I always make sure that is the case. And if it is one-sided, it's one-sided towards the female, not me. And so I always make sure that's the case, and I put them first. And I I do as my heart says, and I make sure that it's in good intention.
All right. Good answer. Let's move it right to another first timer, Mr. Cameron Van Hare. Now, Cameron, why are you the perfect guy for Drew, and why are you going to win today?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to win today, but I do know I'm the perfect guy for Drew. Me and Drew go way back. I actually sat next to Drew for like 3 hours at our high school graduation. So she already knows we can vibe, we can joke around, even in the most awkward of scenarios. So really a first date would be a breeze with me and Drew.
All right. Good answer. Let's throw it right over to Matt Hartman. Matt Hartman, I thought I invited PJ Walker Davis, but apparently Matt Hartman came on. But it's okay. So, Mr. Hartman, why are you the perfect guy for Drew? Why should people root for you? And why should you win today?
Well, I'm Matt. Unlike everyone else here, or besides Team B's and maybe a few others, I don't know Drew that well, so I'm looking forward to getting to know her today. Based on what she said, we have a decent amount in common. I'm a big summer camp guy, so hopefully later on you can tell me more about where you go to camp, because camp's great. I'm the only one probably not from Florida as well, so you got a different perspective, a different guy from across the country, so hopefully people are rooting for me, and we'll just see how it goes.
All right. I like it. Good answer. Finally, to close up our first round, let's go over to Amir, the runner-up for episode 2, heartbroken at the last minute. Now, Amir, tell us, how'd you get the courage to come back on this show? Why should people root for you, and why should you win today?
It took a lot of meditation for me to get over that heartbreak, and I was depressed for a good week. I don't know how I came back, but I did, because I knew that I'd have the support of my friends here, Cam and Bobby and Jason Richmond. I got him. And you, Steve.
Gang. Of course, anytime.
Gang here, and I know they're going to support me all the way through. Oh, and Justin. I forgot about Justin. I haven't seen Justin.
I've been you. Big body.
All right. Well, I'd say everybody answered. That pretty much wraps up round 1. I am going to cue the dramatic music after this YouTube ad finishes. And once the dramatic music eventually starts playing, Drew is going to really think hard about who's going to be eliminated first. Here we go. All right. It is time for the first elimination. Who's going to be eliminated first? We have 8 great guys, the most we've ever had on a show.
Wow.
Who's going to be eliminated first? I don't know. Let's all find out together. Everybody type in chat who they think's going to be eliminated. If you want to, it's up to you.
Damn, Steve, it looks like you're winning.
Yeah, Steve, you're out, bro.
Oh, they want me eliminated first time.
Hashtag takeover.
All right, I'm out. Shulman's hosting.
Fix this lighting.
Yeah, they're really coming for your neck.
My heart is beating out my chest.
Yeah, kind of stressful.
Sorry. My music's coming back. Hold up. Okay. We have come to a decision.
It was a tough one.
It was a very tough one. Amir, you are safe. Matt Hartman, you are safe. Cameron Van Hare, You are safe. Jason Richmond. You are safe. Josh Shulman. All right, you beat me at the staring contest. You are safe. Bob. You were in the bottom 2. I'm sorry. Brandon.
Whoa.
You were also in the bottom 2, which means Justin Benayu is safe. Now, very, very tough decision. 8 great guys on this episode, most ever. But the first person, unfortunately, that has to leave us really, really early is... Brandon Girardi. You have been eliminated first on Love or Money, episode 4. Thank you, Brandon. You were great. Any last words that you'd like to say before you depart and hopefully enter the Twitch chat?
I mean, I'm devastated. You know, I had a good run last game. Didn't make it this time, but you live and you learn. You know.
Yep.
You put up a good fight.
You put up a good fight last episode for sure. This one, I don't know what happened. I'm just kidding.
I guess the not knowing was kind of a disadvantage.
Excuse me, Jason. This is my show.
Okay, low key. I knew he was gonna be on the show beforehand, and I thought that was cheating. So
that's okay. That's fair. I 100% respect that. And Brandon could have chosen between Love or Money. Let me get my dramatic music back.
Much love, Brandon.
Dude, my thing is up. And Brandon chose. First one eliminated. He chose money. Brandon chose money. First one out.
He wasn't here for the right reason.
Yeah, got him out early. Good choice. Good instincts. All right, thank you again, Brandon. Hopefully I can have you on another episode.
For sure. Peace out, boys. Best of luck.
Thank you, Brandon. All right. Now we're gonna throw it over to an old question that I haven't asked in a couple episodes. We're gonna start this one off with Amir. Now, Amir, what would be your if there was no virus going on? Okay, if the world was open, you could do anything, whatever. What would be your ideal date that you would take Drew on if it was a real date? If you guys went on a real date, what is your ideal date that you would like to go on and why?
My ideal date would probably be, because I love the beach, it would be going to the beach, tanning, playing some water sports, I don't know, toss frisbee, and after that, go to maybe a beach bar, get food, get some drinks, and then after that, maybe go see a movie. Well, after showering too, probably.
It looks like you're
I don't want to sit at the movie stand.
Yeah, it looks like you're already at the beach bar, Amir. I gotta tell you, I see the wind blowing in the back there.
I'm in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, that's the beach, and that's definitely a good start.
All right. Good answer, Amir. Let's throw it right over to our veteran here, Mr. Shulman. Shulman, what is your ideal date? Where would you take Drew?
So, Amir wants to take you to the beach. Beach is a little overrated in my opinion. What's better than the beach? Swimming pool. All the water, all the sun, no sand. It's sticky, it gets everywhere, and we can go to the beach or we go to a movie right after that. Don't have to worry about the sand. So yeah, we're going to the pool.
Okay, the pool, a little different than the beach. The pool. I understand it. I get it. Sand's coarse, rough, gets everywhere. I knew where you're going with that, Shulman. Let's throw it right over to Betty. Betty, where would you take Drew on a date?
Yeah, for Drew, going for something a little different here. I'm thinking maybe a little museum. Maybe a little museum art. We'll appreciate the pieces. We'll learn something. Maybe get some food after, drinks. A nice educational date. Yeah.
Okay, good answer.
You're a classy man.
Yeah, I can tell by the suit. Classy man would take her on a classy date. Moving right on to Matt Hartman. Matt, where would you take Drew on a date if you could take her anywhere and coronavirus wasn't going on?
For sure. So first date definitely is more on the emotional level, more to get to know you. So I definitely prioritize dinner and sitting across the table from you, getting to know you. Definitely have some drinks in there. Depending on where we are, definitely would take a walk around and see the nightlife of where we're at. Just really try to focus on getting to know each other rather than, doing stuff at the beach or looking at pieces of art at the museum. Just really trying to get to know you. So a date that would focus on you would include like a nice dinner and some drinks.
Calling out Benny you a
Notice he
little
didn't
bit.
mention the pool.
All
No
right.
mention of the pool.
No mention of the pool. That is true. That is true. Drew has a lot of options to pick from right now. Everyone's being a little original. Let's start right over to Cameron Van Hare. Now, Cameron, where would you take Drew on a date?
Yeah, so I'm not from Florida right now. I reside in Chicago, but I do have a lot of frequent flyer miles, so I'd fly you out, of course. And then, Bent, you mentioned some museums. I love that. Chicago has the Art Institute, one of the best museums in the country. We could go there. Then afterwards, we can get a nice dinner. There's plenty of great spots downtown, or, we could go somewhere else. We can go west for Mexican or anything, really. Just whatever you decide, but definitely would show you the city.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been to Chicago. I have to see the Bean. I feel like it's just like a staple. Like I need to see the Bean.
Definitely.
All right. Good answer. Let's start right over to Bob. Now, Bob, if you had a chance to take Drew on a date anywhere, where would you take her?
See, you got to go a little extra for a girl like Drew. I like to think go big or go home. So I'd have a whole day planned out. First it'd be we'll go down to Miami. Obviously I have a boat that's waiting to be, ridden on. It's at the dock.
Obviously.
We have some mimosas. It's still early in the morning, so we're just kind of, starting off. We go out, enjoy the waves. I don't like the beach. You were right, Shulman. There's too much sand. It's absolutely, just absolutely too much. So I like being out there, kind of immersed. And then once we get tired of that, we'll go back, get a little change, get a little, ready, and we'll go out, have a fun night. Obviously this isn't with Corona, so no mask needed. We'll go out to the we'll go back. We'll go out to the finest clubs. We'll get the finest alcohol, finest food. It'll just be a blast, But that's if I win. So.
Okay. Good answer. Everyone seems like they're calling out Amir, Mr. Beach over here, but I digress. Moving on to Jason. Finally, Jason. If you could take Drew on a date anywhere, where would you take her?
So I'm gonna do a little different. It's sunny Florida. Everyone's saying beach, pool, boat. Yeah, but how about ice skating? Ice skating is pretty fun. Even if we're in South Florida with the hot sun, especially in the summer. But after Corona, go ice skating. Maybe an hour and a half of that. And then I know a really good Spanish cuisine place over in East Fort Lauderdale. Got really good fish, and then also some great trileches, some of the best dessert, probably the best dessert I've ever had. And so that would be it. Ice skating, and then some really, really good food, some sangria, some fish, some trileches, really good stuff.
Okay. Now I want to throw it over to our bachelorette, Drew. Drew, you've heard a lot of great date plans here. Now I want to ask you, just in general, what is your ideal date?
Well, first of all, everyone is so creative. It definitely gives me something to look forward to when Corona's over. You can go to the pool, the beach, ice skating, do it all. But I'd say an ideal date definitely centered like food always, because I feel like it's super like casual, it's chill, like definitely what everyone's saying, like food and activity. Everyone kind of like hit it like right on the nose. Just something like you could feel comfortable, like a setting where it's not too awkward. Like definitely like something like a restaurant where it's like not weird. Like I don't know, museum, I feel like it'd be so weird, like be talking and chatting and getting to know anyone, but it's still a very, very creative idea for those that set it. But yeah, just definitely somewhere like casual, like just not too much pressure, because it is the first day. You just want to like get to know someone. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And that unfortunately brings us to another elimination. Drew is going to text me again, and another person will unfortunately be eliminated from this show. We're whittling it down quickly. 7 guys left, only 6 will remain.
And he's gonna take off the jacket.
Sweating.
Pressure.
All right.
Yeah, the museum was a fold.
The decision is in.
Ooh.
It was a quick one. Jason. You are safe. Josh Shulman. I'm sorry, you're in the bottom 2. Cameron Van Hare. You are safe. Amir. I'm sorry, you're in the bottom 2. Everybody else is safe. 2 guys in the front. Between Amir and Shulman, 1 runner-up versus another runner-up on 2 separate episodes. But unfortunately, 1 person will be leaving us in 7th place today. And the person. Let me just double check. Hold up. All right. And the person leaving us next is everybody that's in the Twitch chat right now. If you're not following the stream, go follow it. Very, very important. Make sure you follow it. Your name will pop up in the top right here. It'll help us all out. And now we'll get to this decision. Sorry. Person eliminated next is Amir. You have been eliminated from the show. Fortunately, Amir, you're a great guy. Thank you for coming on.
Love.
Any last words you'd like to say before I make the reveal
Make the reveal.
of whether you chose love or money?
I'm just gonna say it right here. Cam's gonna win it. I already know that. I was only here to support.
Amir, I was rooting for you all the way.
Go on,
I'm
Amir.
gonna be a runner-up, but Cam's gonna win it. And
Amir, no. It should have been you. It should have been you.
boys, much love.
All right, peace, Amir. Go back to the beach. All right, and Amir could have chosen one of two things, love or money. And Amir has chosen love. Amir was our first love of the day. Amir chose love. How many loves are left? I'm the only one that knows. Are there any left? Who knows?
I hope so.
I hope so too. That was a little bit of an ominous round. All right. Now I'm gonna do something different. Now that we have this live aspect, I want to throw it over to the chat. I know there's gonna be a 20-second delay. In the chat, text me your question that you want us to ask the bachelors and the bachelorette. Could be for either. Anybody just type questions in the chat. Please type it because it'd be really awkward if like the 26 people that are watching, no one types anything and I'm just sitting here and I'll have to make up a question. But yeah, type things in the chat what you want to ask them and I will read, and if they are appropriate, I will ask them. Let's see if people ask anything. While that's going on, I'll throw a little question to. I'll throw a question to. Actually, let's throw a question to our bachelorette first. All right, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to take this opportunity to just tell everybody maybe a little bit more about yourself, or something interesting. I know I'm kind of putting you on an island, but just so the audience and everybody can get to know you even a little bit more.
Yeah, that's like kind of so broad, but more about me is I'm super, super close with my family. And also, before I say that, this is a quick shout out to Morgan Comite and Brett. I know you're watching. Just shout out. Hopefully, in the end of this, could go on a double date with said person and you guys. Love you both. Anyways, I'm super, super close with my family. Like my brother and I are super close. Like we do almost everything together. That's super important to me. We literally, whether it's just driving around or we're always watching sports. I'm telling you, for those that know me, I actually don't watch TV. I'm always watching sports. It's I'm actually a dude. It's kind of sad, but that's super important to me. I love going to I've been growing up going to sporting events. I love going to FSU basketball games, not necessarily the football games. And I did think sports has been an important part of my life. I want to be able to work with sports. I think that's super cool and something that I feel it's always a really good connection for me and other men. So maybe you guys are interested, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Definitely cool. I do have some questions rolling in. I'm gonna kind of ask everybody I'm gonna kind of do pairs. So one person, two people are gonna answer one question, and then I'll have another question for two people, and another question for the last two people. So let's. I'm gonna throw this one. We're gonna start with this. The expert of this show, the 3-time vet, Mr. Schulman. Now, Schulman, this was asked by Super Sean. If you were a drink, what drink would you be and why?
All right. You see, there are a lot of different options when it comes to different drinks. Am I an alcoholic drink? Am I a soft beverage? Am I a juice? Nutritional or fruit? There's a lot of different options, and it's a tough one. If I had to pick a drink, am I am I alcoholic or am I normal? What are we playing as? What are we taking that
Whatever
as?
you think
Or
you
is it
are.
up to my?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I would have to say I'm a cherry Coke. You know,
Ooh.
it's there's a lot. Coke is a classic. Can never go wrong with Coke. Cherry, mix it up a little bit. It's a little bit unique, a little different. But it's always going to be that classic Coke taste that you like.
All right. All right. I like it. Good answer. Good answer. I do want to throw this. This one was directed at Matt Hartman, so I do want to ask you this one. This was by Team Bees. Now, Matt Hartman, what is your best quality, or your best qualities, if you have multiple?
I'm usually not a person to talk about myself.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
I think my best qualities, I'm definitely nice. I'm definitely would be able to treat Drew like a princess, make her feel like she is the number one girl in the world. And that's not capping or making any exaggerations. I definitely try to make you feel like you are the best thing there is. I'd say I'm funny sometimes, but a lot of my friends wouldn't say that. I think I have some decent humor. I know a lot about sports, so I can definitely help you out and accompany you in sporting events. What else? What else is good about me? I mean, I want to see, Steve, what do you think is good about me?
Oh, I mean, you're obviously like an 11 out of 10. I mean, that's like
Okay.
the obvious right on this show, but I know you're trying to be humble. It's okay.
Your best friends with PJ Walker Davis.
Oh, that's also true.
It's hard to just talk about myself because obviously that's not the point of the show, but I gave some of the qualities I admire about myself.
All right. And Chad, keep those questions flowing. I'm trying to pick some decent ones. All right. I'm gonna move this over to, let's go to Cam. Now, Cam, I'm gonna ask you the same question as Shulman because I'm gonna save some of the other questions. If you were a drink, what kind of drink would you be and why?
That's a tough one. And when Schulman was pondering the options, I thought of similar things like alcoholic, non-alcoholic. But I'm going to go with a very simple answer. I think I might just be water. I'm always there when you need me. I get you through the day. I'm supportive and really refreshing. Always, every time you drink me, you just feel better about yourself, I think.
You can't live without water.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Now, I do want to ask just a general question. Who has been to Taco Bell here before? Okay,
Who do I
perfect.
think I have?
Perfect. I want to throw this over to Jason then. Jason, this is also by Team Bees. What is your Taco Bell order?
Oh God.
He labeled this as a crucial question. I just want to put that out there. He said this was crucial.
It really impacts my decision.
I'd have to say I gotta keep it cheap. Taco Bell's cheap all around, but like there really is no difference in flavor and quality between like their cheapest item and like their most expensive items. So I'd say like to save money, I would probably go. I'd say it's been a while, but 2 beefy crunch burritos. I think that's what they're called. With the Fritos in it.
Yeah.
So I mean, keep it simple. Maybe I'll get spicy, and instead of water, I'll get like a Baja Blast. You gotta get a Baja Blast when you're at Taco Bell. It's the only place you can get it. So, I have to say beefy crunch burrito and a Baja Blast.
All right, good answer. I want to ask. I'll finish with this question that rolled in a bit ago. All right, this one's a little weird, so I'll give you some time to think about it. But I'll give this to Bob and Benny. I forgot who this was by, but if you were I'll start with Bob. If you were a kitchen utensil, what would you be?
I'd like to consider myself probably a spatula. You don't really, it's not too used, and you don't realize its importance until you need it. If you're working with like a heavy 3-pound Angus burger, you need some heavy duty spatula to lift that stuff up. You need something with a strong base, something with a, strong support system. It's a good lever, a simple machine. That's what I really feel like I am, because, sometimes I'm overlooked and sometimes people just go, oh, let's move to the next one. But when you stop and you realize its actual use, it is there for you when you need it most.
All right. I respect it. Good answer. Let's move right on to Mr. Benayou, Justin. What kitchen utensil would you be and why? Same question.
So I in a similar fashion. I mean, I don't know if it's considered a utensil, but if we would, are we going like any like kitchen appliance, like pots, pans, anything?
Go
Or
for it.
just, like,
I didn't write the question, so just go for it.
Okay,
Answer it
yeah.
however you want, man.
I just kept coming back to cast iron skillet. I like the durability. I like how strong they are. I like the versatility. There are a lot of things that can be cooked on a cast iron skillet. Clean up very easily, clean up nicely. They're timeless. Yeah.
All right. Good answer. And everybody got asked a question, which means if I pull up my YouTube, it is time for another elimination. 6 guys are left. Only 5 will remain after this round. Drew has to make a tough decision. 5 great guys left. Who will it be?
It was really good answers. I like the questions. So shout out to the audience, especially the one and only Alex Klein. Quick shout out to you too.
Shout out to Alex Klein, MVP of the show, executive producer. All right, we have an answer. Let me double check it. Sorry, I didn't read it in time. Okay, here we go. We have an answer. Once the music starts. Cameron Van Hare. You are in the bottom 2. Jason Richmond. You are also in the bottom 2. Everybody else is safe. Now, this is a very, very tough decision that we had to make. We're coming down to the wire of some great, amazing guys. But unfortunately, someone else is going to have to leave us right now. Which I think Bob just left us by accident, but he will be back. There he is. Okay. And the person leaving us next on Love or Money Episode 4 live is... Jason, you have been eliminated from Love or Money Episode 4. Thank you, Jason. You played a great game. Any words you'd like to say?
Thank you for having me. Been great. Not a fan of that last question, but whatever.
Hey, blame the audience, not me. I was just
audience.
Give good questions.
Okay, well, thank you.
Dang.
All right, thank you, Jason.
See you guys.
You were great. And now Jason could have picked anything between love or money. And Jason today, Jason chose love. Jason chose love.
No.
That's 2 loves in a row. I don't know how many are left. That's 2 in a row.
Scary.
All right, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great guys left. Now that brings us to, what round does this bring us to? Let me look at my questions. All right, here we go. This is my favorite round. This is my favorite. In Twitch chat, I might need your help on this one too. We're gonna start with Bob. All right, Bob. First time on the show, but this is a very important round. Who's not here for the right reasons? Who's the worst guy that's not right for Drew that's left on this show? And why?
Man, disclaimer real quick. I love everyone here. There's no hate inspired by any of these comments. These are just mere, generalizations. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to choose Justin Bentiu. That's my brother for life. Love that man. But he's a finance major, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all centered around money. So, I'd love to say he chose love. I don't know. I'm not, colluding. I don't know, but just if I were to choose anyone here, I would say it'd have to be the finance major.
Wow.
I have to get the rebuttal. I have to rebuttal.
All right, I will give you a chance. Throwing your best friend on this show down the tube just like that. It gets very serious. I'll throw it to Benny. You get a chance to respond and also say who you think the worst guy left is.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say that I think Bob's the worst guy. I think he's a great guy. I think, I would be lucky to have him. Great dude. I do, have to dispute one of the points that he made, being a finance major. I'm actually an accounting major. And if I remember correctly, that
Ooh.
is also Bob's major.
Oh.
So
All right.
there's that.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Continue.
Now I don't like to come after the big dog. I don't really even know this guy. I'm going to have to say that I think the worst guy is Shulman.
No.
I know. Hear me out. Shulman's been on this show a few times before. You know, we don't exactly know what his motive is. You know, we've never actually seen him go all the way. So, you know, this way I think it's kind of uncertain, and I think it's fair to say.
All right. Throwing some shade at the veteran on this show.
And I'm a big fan of his. I'm a huge fan.
Didn't sound like you were. Let's throw it right to Josh Schulman. I'll give you a chance to respond. Who do you think's the worst guy left? Who's not here for the right reasons? As I said, you're really good at sniffing it out for some reason. Who's not here? You called the Houston one last show. I just want to put that out there. Who's not here for the right reasons?
You know, so first off, I want to say I appreciate Justin for being honest. You know, you gotta stick with your gut, and I appreciate it. You know, I gotta accept criticism. You know, yeah. But when it comes to all of my competitors, you know, there's one on here who I feel like is not in it for the right reasons, and that is Mr. Cameron Van Hare. See, I don't really know him that well, you know. But looking at him, you know, it's like he looks like he puts the hair in Cameron Van Hare, you know.
Oh, jeez.
Got him. I can't argue with
That's
that.
pretty good. I like it. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. You know, and the Cam sounds like can is like, can I do this? No, he can't. You know, Bob the Builder. No, he can't.
I can't dispute any of that. That's wow.
You know what? And I'm sorry, man.
That hurt.
That's just I gotta say it as it is.
That's
Wow.
okay. I understand.
I mean, I'm gonna give you a chance to attempt to respond and also say who you want who you think the worst person left is. I know it's gonna be difficult, but collect yourself. Here you go, Cam. Who's the worst person left?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know all these guys. I know Bob and Bentiu, but Matt and Josh, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them. But, you know, I'm a lover and I'm not a fighter. And I don't want to see anybody lose. And it breaks my heart every time somebody goes out. And from what I've seen, Josh, on the previous episodes, really funny guy. Always has good, clever answers. Just came at me there. Thought it was pretty funny. Bentiu, brilliant mind, really. Just a smart guy. Bob, you know, hard to meet someone as funny and charismatic as him. And Matt, you know, seemed the most friendly person to me. So it's hard for me to go at any of these guys. And really, it's up to Drew. And I don't want to tear down any of my fellow competitors. So I'm sorry, I just can't do that.
All right. Going with the no answer. Going with the no answer. Okay, that may come back to bite you. We'll find out. Let's
stand by it.
Let's throw it right to our final person, Matt Hartman. Matt Hartman. Who's not here for the right reasons? Who's the worst match for Drew and why?
Listen, I think all five of us here are here for the right reasons. We're all here to try to impress Drew and make the best versions of ourselves. I liked Cameron's answer a lot. You know, I don't want to throw shade to anyone. It says my internet's unstable. Listen, I know all of them except Cameron, but based on what Cameron said so far, great guy. I mean, I was born in Chicago. I also am really excited to try those noodles that you were eating before. But if I'm going to be honest, the person that's not the correct match, it's got to be Bob. I like the guy. I love the guy, but I just don't think he's what Drew wants. You know, I think he has great qualities, but also stabbing your best friend on show, on stream, that's a little low move. Like, my closest friend is Shulman, and I would obviously correct Shulman if he was wrong on the show. But not on the stream, man. I would text him. You can't stab your brother in the front like that.
I'm sorry, Justin. I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't know no answer was a choice.
A little, I wouldn't go back.
No answer is heavily discouraged, however. But thank you all, and it's unfortunately gotta leave this round on a cliffhanger as always. Once this song buffers, it is
So
time
much drama.
for another elimination.
That was really intense. I felt like there was a lot going on right there.
All the
You cut the
contestants
tension with a knife.
Yeah, all the contestants
It's
went
like
at
a
it.
triangle. Yeah.
5 great guys left. Unfortunately, only 4 of you can make it to our final 4. Now,
My watch just told me it's time to stand. It's
all
time I'll
right,
stand.
well, that is up to you. Matt Hartman, you are safe. Josh Schulman, you are safe. Justin Benio, you were in the bottom 2. I'm sorry. Cameron Van Hare, you are safe. Bob, you are also in the bottom 2. We have the 2 friends. Unfortunately, only one friend can stay in this show. Both took some heat this round. However, only one made it out alive. Who took more heat? Justin Benio. You are safe. Bob, you have been eliminated from Love or Money, episode 4.
It's all love, Bob.
Man,
Wow.
you know, I just want to thank you all for having me. You know, Drew, I hope you do end up with the most courageous and loyal man here. And thank you guys all. Again, Justin, I'm very deeply sorry. I should have never tried you like that, but
You're a king, Bob.
All
you know, all for fun.
Thank you, Bob. You were great on the show. Hopefully, you'll end up in the Twitch chat and see what happens.
Yes, sir.
And now,
All right, peace, everyone.
peace.
Oh, are you doing
No,
it first, or
you
do
can,
I go?
You can leave. It's fine. You can leave.
All right, I got you.
Let me just double check what everybody put.
All right, peace, y'all.
Peace. All right.
Good kid.
Waiting for the music to come back. Come on. And Bob could have chosen one or 2 things. Could have chosen love, meaning a virtual date with Drew, a potential virtual date, or money, which is a small cash prize sponsored by our sponsor today, My Wallet. And Bob has chosen love. Bob, it was another love. That's 3 loves in a row.
Wow.
Normally, we only have about 3 loves on each show, so we're really coming down to the wire. I don't know who's still in it. Who's still in it for the love? Who's in it for the money? I don't know.
I don't know.
But now this is a really crucial round for you, Drew. This is the round where I throw it over to you. You get to ask everybody a question. Could be the same question, could be a different question. Get to know everybody. Try to see who's really here for the right reasons and who's not. Because odds are, at least a few of these guys aren't here for the right reasons.
We'll have to be creative. I like the questions from the chat, but I can't think of any fun ones like the utensil ones. I don't even know. Like, who should I ask first? Who looks the most ready for a question?
Anybody you want. It's to take it over. It's your show now.
Okay. I'll start with my graduation buddy, Cameron Van Hare. What's like an ideal day in the life of like the Cameron Van Hare?
Ideal day in the life of Cameron Van Hare. You know, it's been tough in quarantine, so I've had to be inside, but truly, I miss the outdoors quite a bit. I would say I wake up, like to get up pretty early, you know, just have a nice breakfast, cook myself something nice, you know, maybe read a little bit. I have a hammock on my back porch, read it up, you know, then I'll go for a walk, Lakeshore Drive or something, sort of something like that. Then I'll hang out with some friends. I like to play Frisbee, basketball, soccer. Really, I love sports too, like you said, Drew. So anything like that. And then at night, you know, depending on the vibe, if it's, you know, not Corona, maybe go out to a bar or party or something, concert. You know, love going to shows around the city. And if not, maybe just like a quiet movie. That's like an ideal day for me.
That sounds like a perfect day.
Yeah, I'd love to spend it with you.
Oh. Okay. Now let me. Okay, Justin. It was mentioned before that you're an accounting major. Like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years? I guess.
5 years. So as of right now, I'm working like at a consulting firm, like in the tax advisory department. And so I've always thought that I'd like probably work for this firm for a few years, get my CPA, and then I'd probably like to go to law school. So I've been studying for the LSAT now, kind of like anticipating applying for law school like later on. And I'd like to practice tax law. Yeah. So I'd like to practice tax law, maybe like work it's in-house counsel for a company or something, like advising them on like moves. Yeah.
Sounds like you have a good idea of your life. Okay, who's next? You're working on it. Okay, then Matt, you mentioned you weren't from South or Florida. You're like the only one. Where are you from? Like, this there'll be a follow-up question just because I don't know.
I was born in Illinois, but I've lived in Arizona my whole life, so I've been pretty much across the country.
Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I see in the chat you and like Cameron are like literally like chatting about like where you're from, like whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Now a follow-up question.
Okay.
I feel you probably get this a lot, but like how did you end up at UF, like being from like not Florida?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so I do go to UF. When I was growing up, I went to a summer camp, and when I was 10 years old, two of my bunkmates were from Florida, and they were always saying how UF is the greatest school, Tim Tebow is the greatest guy out there, and I just said, stop talking about it. It's really annoying me. Fast forward, like 8 years later, I'm applying for colleges. I definitely want to leave the state and definitely want to go somewhere where I knew people. So my friend said, like, hey, why not try Florida? I applied. I got in. We live together now, and it's probably the best decision I've made. I love being across the country, meeting all these new people, and making good friends, and being able to come home and tell everyone that I go to Florida. People are shocked to hear that. It's definitely been a great decision.
Oh, I love that. Like meeting new people, except not the whole UF part because I'm going old, but whatever.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, now last but not least, Shulman. I feel like I just need some like very creative question for you, but I'm blanking. What was the question you got before this? You were the drink one?
Yeah.
So let me think. Okay, now I'll just follow up with that. If you could be a food, what food would it be? I can't. This is like a very tough one for me. I wasn't prepared with questions.
Okay.
It's okay. Don't worry.
That's okay. You know, food. There's a lot of different foods out there that I could be. You know, do I want to be like a vegetable, a plant, photosynthesis? Do I want to be like a meat? So that technically, like if I say like I'm a steak, you know, that means I was once a cow. What does that imply? You know, so there's a lot of different options we could go with, and I think I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna be a lobster. Wait for it, mac and cheese.
Ooh.
It's classy, but it's also a bit of the just pure enjoyment. You know, it's you can't go wrong with a mac and cheese. Can't go wrong with a lobster. You put the two together, and you know what? You got Josh Ullman.
A great combination.
Thank you.
Okay. So before this round ends, we're gonna have a little special surprise. So
I hate surprises.
we're gonna have a consultant because we do have 4 guys here left. We're cutting down to the wire. We're getting down to the wire. So I want to make sure Drew's in the right headspace, and it's very
oh my
tough.
God, of course.
It's very tough for the bachelorettes to make good decisions. So we have a special consultant, one of her good friends, Alex Klein.
Oh.
Alex is gonna come on for this round. He's gonna come on. He's gonna say he's been watching the show on Twitch. He's heard your guys' answers. He's watched your guys' body language. So I have to ask you, Alex, who do you think's not here for the right reasons? I want you to give a recommendation before Drew eliminates someone going into the final 3. Who should be eliminated here?
I think Drew is doing very well so far. I think she, although she's eliminated some people who have chosen love, I think the 4 guys we have now are definitely the 4 best guys for Drew when we started. But if I had to choose someone, who just might not be here for the right reason, I'd have to say it's Josh Schulman, Josh Schulman is, what can I say? He has, this way about going about himself. He comes off like he's, Mr.
Amazing.
Nice Guy, but there's a reason that girls keep, not going for Josh Schulman. And, I hope Drew is able to see that and, and follow, I'm just saying.
Do I get a rebuttal?
I'll give you a chance for a rebuttal in a second. But all right.
All I'm gonna,
I'll
all I want to say, okay,
go for it. Actually, go for it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
if you check back to the Twitch chat, the last time someone talked bad about me, Alex Klein was in there defending me, saying, "Don't you dare slander Schulman like
You're
that."
a snake, Alex.
Now he's flip flopping. Can you trust him? I do not know.
All right.
I thought I could, but
Wow.
I don't know. This was an interesting round. I wanted to give another perspective from someone that was watching us on Twitch. Thank you, Alex. Drew, I'm sure Drew heard your advice.
My pleasure.
All right, we appreciate it.
A great surprise.
Thank you, executive producer Alex Klein. Now we're gonna get to the elimination round. All right.
He's the reason I'm on this show. He's the one that reached out to me.
That is true.
He's very important.
He's a very important person on this show. And now, wait, I thought music would start right away. It is time for another elimination. We're getting down to the crucial amount. We have 4 guys left. We're gonna only have 3 guys after this elimination.
Good math.
Who's it gonna be? Alright, let me just double check. Sorry, I'm getting bombarded. Okay. Let me restart the music. Josh Schulman. You were in the bottom 2. Cameron Van Hare. You are safe. Matt Hartman. You are also in the bottom 2. Justin Benny, you are safe. The 2 UF guys are in the bottom 2. Only one can make it out. The person that will represent us in the final 3 is... Josh Schulman, you have been eliminated. Matt Hartman, you are safe. This is a tough one. Came out of left field. I want to give you a chance to say your piece. This is a heartbreaker. Out at 4 yet again. Second show in a row, I believe.
You know what? It's all for the best. I wasn't right for Drew. The right person is out there for her, and I'm confident that she will find him. Best of luck to my other contestants. You guys played a great game. Much love to everybody. But you know what? Next time, baby.
Next time, for sure. I'll get you on. You're going to find love. All right. Now, Schulman's intentions were questioned in the last round by our special guest consultant, Alex Klein. But was he hitting the nail on the head, or was he led astray? Now, Schulman could have chose love or money. Love meaning he would have wanted to go on a virtual date with Drew. Money meaning he would have collected a small cash prize and been on his way. Josh Schulman chose. Josh Schulman chose love. Josh Schulman chose love. Alex was wrong. Josh Schulman chose love.
Wow.
That's another love. That's 4 gone. That's half the contestants so far that have chosen love. Are there any left? I don't know. I don't think there's ever been more than half that have chosen love.
I feel so special.
Well, I said I don't think there's more than half. I'm not saying any of these guys picked love. Now this is a very crucial round. Every guy is going to have the final 3 get a chance to express themselves and ask Drew some questions, because they all could be potentially going on a virtual date with you. So we're gonna start with Cameron, and he's gonna have a chance to ask Drew a question, and everybody's gonna have a chance to ask one question, and then we're gonna go back around. All right, Cameron, first question. Anything you want to ask Drew, go for it.
So, if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning you said you like to travel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's the favorite place you've been?
Okay, truthfully, I haven't been that many places, but ever since with especially the quarantine, I'm such a travel bug. I was supposed to go to Israel this summer, doing a program called Onward, doing an internship at a hospital, doing physical therapy, working at a rehab hospital. And that's really the only place out of the country I've been. And I was really looking forward to going back. So that's definitely the number one place. I went for 10 days in 2014 for my cousin's bar mitzvah, and it was actually stunning. It was beautiful place and the best food, the best people. So that's definitely my number one and only place, the best place I've been to.
I went to Birthright in December. Beautiful. Like where
Yeah, like
where in Israel were you gonna go?
I was gonna be in Tel Aviv, and I was also doing Birthright before that. Like I was literally spending the whole summer in Israel.
That would have been so fun. Hopefully next summer.
Yeah, hopefully.
Wow.
All right. Thank you. Let's move right on to Justin Benyu, who's in lovely San Francisco. Now Justin, what would you like to ask Drew?
Yeah. Well, so I think last round, Drew asked me where I saw myself in 5 years. So I am curious as to where Drew sees herself in 5 years.
Okay, well, in 5 years from now, I would be just finishing chiropractic school, where I hopefully like future plans. Hopefully next year I'll be starting to go to school in Atlanta, which is really exciting. So I hopefully see myself living there, still working and practicing, living sort of like downtown near Piedmont Park, which is like the most beautiful like park ever. It's like Central Park in New York, but it's like green and lush. I see myself working there, just like living a very like social life, sort of like 20s, like with like friends from school or in Atlanta, like just living my life, like kind of like getting on my feet and starting my own career, because it's super important to me, like being able to work and like make connections with the people and like really like finding my own city. So in
Yeah.
5 years, hopefully thriving in Atlanta.
Yeah, you will be too. Atlanta's such a cool place. Like I went for one of the Spanish River Deca trips like way back
Obviously.
then, actually. And it was
Good times.
Good times. All right, moving right along. Matt Hartman, what is your first question you would like to ask Drew?
Yeah, it's getting a little tough. I'm the only non-Spanish River kid left, I think. So, gonna have to find something that we have in common with. How has camp had such an impact on your life, and why do you consider yourself such a camp girl?
So camp has definitely given me so much independence. I feel like without it, I would be so lost, especially in college, not necessarily sure how to like be on my own. But it's also made me very tolerant and able to live with others. I lived in my sorority house this past semester in a room with 5 people, and camp has definitely taught me like how to live with people, maintain my own boundaries, but also like how to maintain like really good like relationships with the people around me. And camp has also given me like my best friends in the entire world, one being a gator. I don't know if you would know her, like from, I don't know, like she's in Deep, Emily Newman, whatever. I told her to watch this, don't know if she's on here, but if she is, hi. Anyways, it just taught me how to make really good organic relationships with people, because at camp you have no cell phones, no technology. You're like just with those people, and like you can tell like that you really do genuinely like enjoy spending like just quality time with them. It's just really like given me like a lot of good relationships like with other people, but also myself.
Okay, good answer. I wanna throw it over to Benny. I want to give Maddie some time to think again. Benny, here's your chance for your second question. We'll get to that in 1 second. Just so everybody knows, we have almost 30 people in the chat right now. If you guys follow, your name will be popped up on the stream and everybody can see your name. So hit that follow button. All right, Justin, second question. Take it away.
Yeah, my second question. So do you have, I mean, a little bit of an easy question here. Do you have any pets? And are you like a dog person, cat person?
I have a dog. I wanted her to come down here, but she goes like my dog literally goes to bed at like 10 o'clock. It's like she has bedtime. I'm a huge dog person. I have like a little white fluffy thing named Leia, like as in Princess Leia from Star Wars. Like we literally call her like our princess. And I grew up before that, like in elementary school, I had a big yellow lab, so definitely had like 2 types of dogs. I am obsessed. I definitely love like the bigger, more athletic types of dogs you can like do things with. Like when I was younger, I was always like swimming with my dog, like walking him, playing fetch. For this dog, she's just like a brat. She doesn't do anything. But I am a huge fan of all types of dogs, especially corgis. Those are like the cutest ever. I'm absolutely obsessed with them.
Oh, I get corgi. I have a black lab right now. He like swims with us and stuff. It's cool. Yeah.
It's so fun. Like it's so fun to have a dog to like do activities with, not just like it's nice to have like a lap dog, like someone to cuddle with, cute, but like the lab, he thought it was a lap dog too. It would just like lay.
Yeah.
It was cute.
All right. Good conversation. Let's throw it back to Cameron Van Hare. Cameron, what is your second question you'd like to ask Drew?
I like to ask this question when I haven't seen someone in a long time or just getting to know them. What do you think your spirit animal is?
It's a good one. I feel like everyone has their go-to, and I just can't think of it.
What's your
Honestly,
spirit
like
animal?
it could, yeah. Oh. Yeah, Cameron, what's your spirit animal?
Mine? That's pretty tough. I also don't really have a go-to. I would say I feel like I'm a bird of some sort, maybe like a cardinal, sort of. I don't know why. I just feel very attached to them. They're very good to look at, I feel like, and I like to fly. I feel like that would be really fun. A good perspective on the world that I've never seen. That's what I would like to do.
Honestly, like I was just talking about dogs. I guess I could stick with the dogs. They're super loyal and friendly. Like being loyal, is super important to me. It's definitely one of like my values. It's something that I think is super important. Is like being able to like make good, as I was saying before about can't like relationships with people, and dogs like are super supportive and loving, and they're also like very athletic and fun. They like someone you like want to do things with, like just be outside and like they're just like a fun, loving creature.
Definitely. What kind of dog? I don't want to press you, but
Ooh. I honestly think because I grew up with a lab, because they're a mix of like family friendly and fun, just like a loving thing.
I see it.
All right. Throwing it back over Matt Hartman. Final question.
Yeah, I just want to say it's 7 o'clock here by me, so I did have to get dinner from my parents real quick. So I'm sorry for eating during this.
All good. Thank you for coming on. I know 6 is a weird time for you to do this, but you know, go for it.
I would gladly miss family dinner for this. This is definitely worth it. Who are the 3 most influential people in your life, and how they shape you to who you are today?
Okay, number one would definitely be my dad. He and I are so close. I look up to him in so many ways. He is a chiropractor, and definitely as of recent has like shifted me, like realizing like this like career path is right for me, and just like it's always been like my motivation, my support system through everything. And then number two, I mentioned before, I'm so close to my brother. Like my brother is like my like everything. We are so close in every way possible. Like it's like people like will see us out and like they don't think we're siblings. They think we're just like friends because like we're only 2 years apart. We do like when we're home, like we're always together. We don't live together. He lives with my dad, but like if not, he would just be sitting right here like laughing. Um, Definitely he influences me to like be a better person. He's so passionate about what he wants to do. He wants to like go into journalism. I'm always like trying to support him. He like is also a really good support system for me. And then number three would be like one of my best friends since kindergarten, Sarah. She is one of like the strongest people ever. She's like honestly my soulmate. Like we've literally been friends since kindergarten. I know Alex is still watching. We've been friends since longer than that, but bear with me. Like Sarah's gone through so much, and we've gone through much together. Gone through so much together. She is just me. Like the relationship we have is something like honestly like the best friends in a movie. Like just our interests like align in so many ways, and like our values. Like we are able to have like really meaningful conversations, and just stuff like she's gonna be like my bridesmaid like in my life forever. So it definitely influences me to just like be the best person ever and a good friend.
Sure.
All right. That was a great round. I think we had some very good conversations. I think you had a good chance. Everybody had a good chance to know a little bit more about Drew, including the audience. But unfortunately, come on, music. Wait for YouTube to buffer. It is time for another elimination. Drew is gonna have to text me another name, and unfortunately, they will be leaving us right before the one-on-one dates, which are the most crucial part of this show. The one-on-one dates have drastically affected the polls before. The past few episodes, those one-on-one dates really can swing everything. 2 minutes completely alone with Drew. All right. Cameron. You are safe, which means Justin and Maddie are in the bottom 2. Now, everybody here has played a great game. We have 3 excellent guys left. But unfortunately, only 2 people can make it into the one-on-one date section, which once again is the most important part of the show, where you get exclusive time with Drew, and I get a butt out and you don't have to see my face for about 2 minutes. But the person that is not going to be making it to the one-on-one date section is Justin. You have been eliminated from Love or Money episode 4. Justin, you were absolutely great. I want you to give your final thoughts. You were a spectacular contestant.
Listen, I think the best 2 guys are left. There are a couple of kings. Drew, I hope you find your king.
Oh, thank you, Justin.
All right, thank you, Justin, so
Much
much.
love, Justin.
Hopefully, I can have you on another show. All right, and Justin could have chosen anything between love or money, and Justin was actually the first person to text me his choice. And Justin chose. Sorry, I'm lagging a bit. Justin chose love. We have another love. I'm lagging. That's 5 loves in a row. Are there any left? We've never had more than 5. I don't know. Are any of these guys left? Are they any of them in it for the love? Drew's gonna really have to put on her detective gear at these one-on-one dates and find out. Check my FPS. All right.
I'm nervous.
So here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have Cameron take the first date. Maddie, you're gonna get the second date. So if you could go, I'm gonna open the breakout rooms. I'm gonna add the rooms right now. Open all rooms. Maddie's gonna join a breakout room. Once he joins, I'll explain the rules.
Oh, am I not joining the breakout room?
No, you're staying.
For sure. Okay.
Okay, and Drew is coming back. I gotta text her to come back.
It's been fun, Steve. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a good show so far. Thank you everybody who's watching live. This is actually probably the best audio we've had so far.
I like the live element.
Yeah, I think the live element's really cool. Hopefully Drew comes back. If she
Could just be me and you, Steve.
I mean, we could have Chad. Do you want us to have a one-on-one date right now?
Good.
We could. Right,
Maybe she's just doing it with Maddie.
Yeah, that would be really awkward, and it'd be not on camera.
Oh, that's true. It's not on camera.
Which is the most important part. All right, I'm closing all the rooms. I'm having them reset. Okay.
Oh my! I saw the thing, and I thought I was supposed to click, and I realized I was wrong.
Okay, so I'm gonna reopen the rooms.
I'm not gonna click it this time.
Okay.
No.
So I don't click it either, right,
So
Steve?
you both stay here.
It just wanted me to. It like popped up, and I didn't know what it meant, so I clicked.
Okay. You both are gonna stay here. I'm not starting the one-on-one date because I accidentally closed all the breakout rooms, and they're gonna close in 30 seconds. I'm just gonna tell Matt to leave the Zoom call for a sec.
Oh my god! I can't believe I messed it up.
I almost did the same thing. I was
it
like,
was there. I was confused.
Yeah. Ask Steve. I was concerned. It's all good though. Me and Steve had a nice little chat. So.
Mm-hmm.
You guys went on a one-on-one date instead.
Yeah, exactly.
We did, yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Mostly just Steve, you know.
I mean, he is the man of the hour. He's the star of the show.
Exactly.
Okay, wait. Maddie's actually back. Okay, Maddie, never mind. Ignore my text.
Okay.
I'm gonna reopen the rooms. You're gonna go into the other room. Okay.
So you want me to join the breakout room?
Yeah, you join. Everybody else stay. Do not click on it. I know it's tempting. Don't click on it.
All right.
All right. I'll see you in a bit, Maddie. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. You guys are gonna have 2 minutes. I'm putting 2 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna close my camera and go on mute. Once I close my camera and go on mute, you guys have 2 minutes. Talk about anything you want. Talk about date stuff. Talk about just getting to know each other. Anything you want. 2 minutes. Very crucial decision. Drew's gonna have to make in a few minutes. Stopping my video, and hold up. Show not, and I'm muting myself.
I think he's muted. Cool. It's been so long.
I know. I honestly probably have not seen you like since graduation when we like were sitting next to each other for 3 hours.
Definitely not. I texted like who the like girl was, and I was like, "This is awesome. That's really funny." Instantly, I thought of graduation. But yeah, like, how have you been since then? How's Florida State? I think it's a fascinating place. Every time I visit it,
it's definitely a place like no other. I love it there. It's definitely the right school for me. When I was applying to college, I didn't really have like an opinion on where I was going, and it just like made sense. And I feel like for you, it's like honestly the complete opposite because you like left. You went to Chicago. You pieced out.
I did kind of piece out, but I visit. I can do it for like a week, like going out and stuff. I just stay with like Matt Schmeltz or whatever, and it's a week is enough. And I'm like, oh my god, are you in like a sorority?
Yeah, I'm in a sorority.
Which one?
I'm in Sig Delt, so like there are definitely a lot of people like from high school, but not always. Most of my friends that I've met are from like either out of state or it's other parts that I've never met before. So even though it kind of seems like I'm still in a Boca bubble, it doesn't feel like that. And it's still, I feel like I've grown since then. So it's not necessarily like I'm still in high school, even though from an outside perspective, it can seem like, oh, it's like I'm in high school again.
Definitely not. Like, yeah, it's a huge school. It's a giant. So
Mhm.
definitely not. Yeah. And you said, I actually went to camp too. What did
Oh,
you like
yay.
work at your camp? Like what age group? And do you have like programs and stuff? How does yours work?
For my camp, like it's either you do a program, like you're at an activity, or you're with the kids all the time. And I was with the kids the whole time. For the 2 summers I worked there, I had the youngest kids, like the babies,
Oh my
like
god.
the ones going to second grade. It's definitely like my type of thing to like, I just want to like be the mom and like take care of them. And that like makes kind of sense why like I want to like go into healthcare. I just want to like help everyone. Like, I don't know. I'm also very patient, where all my camp friends, they like could not do that. They were with like older kids.
Yeah.
That
All
was
right,
me, at
guys.
least.
That was 2 minutes. I know
That
it
was a
went so
fast 2
fast.
minutes.
Yeah, that went
Yeah.
by quick.
All right, thank you guys. Now, Cameron, are you able to join the breakout room?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Okay, you join the breakout room. Tell Maddie to come back.
Okay. Pleasure talking to you, Drew.
Bye.
All right, chat. Now we're gonna wait for Maddie to come back. He's gonna have his opportunity to have a 2-minute one-on-one date, and then Drew is gonna have to make a very, very important decision. She's gonna have to try to figure out who's in it for love, who's in it for money, what's really going on here.
I'm nervous.
It's a tough decision so far. The past 3
Been
episodes.
5 loves in a row.
So far, the past 3 episodes, every girl has picked money. There has been one person with love in the finals. However, every single girl has picked the one with money in the finals. I'm not saying that's the scenario right now, but all right, Maddie Hartman has joined us. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock once I mute myself. Once that happens, as I said before, you can talk about date stuff. You can talk about just getting to know each other a little more, try to feel each other out, see if you're in it for love or not, and your time starts now.
All right. Well, I want to know. I don't know how personal we're allowed to get on the stream, but what camp did you go to?
I went to Tyler Hill in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
like on
I
the
went.
New York Pennsylvania border.
Yeah, that's right by me. I went to Wacoyak.
Oh, I think I know a few people that went there. Like Alexa
There are
Becker.
a couple SD. Yep, Alexa Becker and Sydney
Lubecker.
Yep, we
I
are.
love
Yeah,
the
we're
Jewish
pretty close.
Trio.
I
That's
told
so funny.
Sydney I was on this show with one of her sorority
really?
sisters, and she was like, "Good luck."
Oh, that's
But,
so fun.
yeah.
I've known
How long did
Sydney
you go
for
to Tyler Hill for?
I went to Tyler Hill for 9 summers, and I was a counselor for 2.
Okay.
Which is
Awesome.
super fun. What about you? How long were you at camp for?
I was a camper from 2009 to 15, so 7 years as a camper, and then I was back. I was supposed to be a counselor this year, and I was a counselor last summer also. So 8 years, hopefully, maybe one more before I graduate. I don't know. I gotta figure that stuff out next summer.
I wish I could go back, but this seems like too much now. I feel like I had to grow up, which is so sad. There's definitely so much more
I
I
have
would
that
want to
too,
do.
but yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know you want to get into chiropractic. I have a fraternity brother whose dad's a chiropractor, so if you need a job, I can definitely text my sources.
I would love the reference.
For sure, yeah, I can give some good references for sure.
Path.
Yeah. So ideally, I would want our first date to not be on Zoom, so it'd have to be in person. So what are you thinking? Like, what's your ideal first date if it was with me?
Well, I don't really know necessarily how I'd get to Arizona right now. I feel like where would I do it?
Florida in the fall. I'm assuming Florida in the fall.
Florida in the fall. Definitely love to go down to UF. It would be super fun. Just go to I love to just be super casual. Like go to one of your favorite restaurants. I'm not really sure what the whole UF scene, what you like, or even if you have an apartment. I love to cook. That'd be super fun. Something to do.
I'm not the best cook, but
I'll cook for you. I love to cook. That'd be I'm telling you, my hobby of the queue. I've become a chef. It'd be super, it's something super casual because I feel like when you're somewhere fancy or somewhere you don't know, you kind of get uncomfortable and you can't be yourself. But kind of when you're home, I don't know, you can be yourself and be super chill and really get to know someone. Kind of being camp, just being genuine with someone. That's super important to me.
All right, guys, that was a great gate. Awesome. It is unfortunately time again. I'm gonna close all the breakout rooms, and hopefully Cameron knows that means to come back here. Perfect. Cameron came back right away. That's great. I didn't even have to text you. All right. All right, chat. This is it. We're coming down to the finale. Music is starting. 2 great guys are here. Drew has to make a very, very tough decision. Only one, however, can win the show. This is a very, very tough decision. Drew has to really think about who's in it for love, who's in it for money, who's sincere, who's not sincere. Maybe they're both sincere, maybe they're both not. What's really going on? Very, very tough decision. She can text whoever she wants for advice, whatever you need to do. Twitch chat, I want whoever you want to win, type it in right now. Put it in the Twitch chat. Let's see who Twitch chat wants to win.
I wish I could see the chat. I feel like I need some help. You both great questions, great answers, great overall experience so far, and I'm glad I could do this with all of you.
Me too. Regardless, definitely a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we have come to a decision. Let me restart the music. This is gonna be a long one.
Oh wow!
All right, here we go. 2 have entered the ring. Only 1 can win. However, this was a very, very, very tough decision for Drew. This is 2 amazing guys. Actually, we had 8 incredible guys on this episode. Unfortunately, the 2 Titans remain, and only 1 can win. Now, how this is gonna work? I want people to save their reactions to the end. I'm gonna reveal what you guys picked. You can both stay on the stream the whole time. First, I'm going to reveal who lost, and then I'm going to reveal what they chose. Then I'm going to reveal who won, and then I'm going to reveal what they chose. Try to hold it in. Like, don't be like, I got the money, blah, blah, blah. Don't be like, I got the love, whatever. You know, hold it in. You can react with your face, but don't, like, say what's going on. Let me say it. Okay. Now, our champion today for episode 4 of Love or Money, after a hard-fought battle, the person winning is... Everybody, this is your last chance to follow. This is your last chance to follow the stream right up there. Click the link. Last chance to follow. First episode, if you enjoyed this, like it. Tell me to do it again. We'll do episode 5 the same way. All right, back to the show. The person the person who won today is... Matt Hartman, you have won Love or Money, episode 4. You have won Love or Money, episode 4. Congratulations, Matt Hartman. Great one. Hold it in.
Appreciate it.
Hold it in. I've got to restart the music. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Cameron, for playing. But you were great. You were great. I want to give you some last words before I reveal what you have chosen.
Yeah, it was a good time. Definitely happy to support the show. Really nice to reconnect with Drew. Great meeting Matt. Really good guy. Good pick, Drew.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I always make friends on the show, so.
It was great. Am I supposed to reveal what I'm picking?
No, I'm revealing. All right. Yeah. Now, Cameron, our runner-up, he could have picked anything from Love or Money. Now, he's known Drew for a while. They go back. And Cameron today, who made it our runner-up today. Every other runner-up on this show has picked Love. Cameron today... He has chosen. Cameron chose money. Cameron chose money.
Good
Cameron
pick,
chose money.
Good pick.
All right. Thank you, Cameron. You feel free. You can exit the show. You can join the Twitch chat if you want.
Fantastic. It was a good time.
You were great. Thank you. Hopefully, I can have you on another episode. You were amazing.
No, of course.
Bye, Cam.
Thank you, Cam. Now, and we're not out of the water yet, or however that expression goes. Maddie could have chosen one of 2 things. He could have chosen love, meaning that he would want to go on a virtual / maybe real date with you, or
we'll see.
He could have picked money, which means that he wants to just take the small cash prize, be on his way. Every other champion has picked money. Will the pattern continue? Everybody in chat, type what you think Maddie picked before we get to this. Type if you think he picked love or money. Let us know. And we get to this point. Matt Hartman, our champion, our 4th champion of this show, has chosen... There's a mosquito in my room.
Like now.
Alright, I got it. Alright, Matt Hartman has chosen love! Matt Hartman has been our first champion that has chosen love!
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Congratulations.
I've broken the pattern.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Maddie, is there anything, I don't know, you'd like to say about picking love or whatever? Or anything you'd like to say about being the champion or being on the show today?
It's an honor. Shout out to all those that have helped me along the way. Alex Klein, Brendan Girardi, PJ Walker-Davis, my family, all the good friends, Mark Levine. I'm really excited to get to know Drew, hopefully, in the future. I know Alex Klein plans our date function, so be on the lookout for an invite for one of those.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you, Steve,
yeah.
and
No,
love the merch.
100%.
No problem. Anytime. Hey, just so you guys know, me and Alex will help link your contacts up or whatever if you want to
Sure.
talk about the virtual
Cool.
date or whatever. I want to thank our lovely bachelorette Drew, first one to find love on this show. Now, is there anyone you'd like to shout out or anyone you'd like to thank or whatever for the show? Well, final thoughts.
Just an additional shout out to the one and only Alex Klein. Thanks for popping in. I knew it wouldn't be complete without having you on the show. Shout out to Steven. The show is so funny. I actually love the concept. Great content. Can't wait to watch the next ones. And if you're still watching this, like honestly, thank you for spending the last hour and a half watching this. I hope this was the highlight of everyone's quarantine so far.
All right. And thank you, everyone. That pretty much concludes our show. Once again, if you like the content here, we're on YouTube. We're now on Twitch. We're going to try to do it on Sundays, maybe Mondays at 9, every Monday or Sunday. Please, like and subscribe on YouTube, on Twitch. It's 638 Podcast and everything. And once again, thank everybody. And we are signing off.